Okay, this map is full of safe shit. I mean, most of the maps are. This is one of the big ones. So once again, what do? You create dead zones. Here's a nice little free gen, right? We're going to remember about this free gen. We're going to come back to it like over and over again because this is going to be our little dead zone potentially. We're gonna get rid of this because this creates really, really strong loops for the survivor. We're going to look for the survivor because we're not just going to stay. That's boring. Might be able to get a sneaky hit here because they don't know I'm coming. Tap this gen. Maybe get rid of the god pallet. There's a lot of pallets we need to break. We need to create a lot of dead zones on this map. This one might be a bit fair. She won't go for that though. That one's fair. That loop over there is fair. We can get her there as a mouse one. Get her here as a mouse one too. With that position. I think I've said that before. I think the whole skill cap of DBD is just knowing when to go for the hit, knowing like what loop to actually go for. Because there's so many loops which are just completely safe and unmind gameable that when you're not at the higher level, you will be going to these loops where you can't actually win and not knowing how to get better. And it's not even on you. Like, you're literally trying to get a survivor at something you can't physically get them at. You see? I think that's the, like, one of the biggest things of, like, playing good with killer on this game. Hello. You know, trying to get a bloody survivor at, like, a safe loop or a god pallet or something, right? I think I might be able to get this. Yeah. So, once again, them free gens, we're just going to keep them. I'm always analytical, yeah. It's why I don't really fit with a lot of DBD players, because they're more emotional, not as logical and rational. Or analytical, or whatever you want to say. But yeah, I'll always be analytical. It's how my mind works. I'm going to try and get a 1 stage on her. There we go. Or get it to the next stage, sorry. This should be a hit, and we get a pallet drop. Oh, we don't get the pallet drop, but it's fine. That pallet's actually... this is a fair pallet as well. She's on death hook. She's a really smart one to go for, but it depends where she goes. We're going to bait that way, but I should come around. Didn't really get much of a speed boost there. This is... It's not the safest. So I will commit. I put her into a bad situation here. Okay, she's down here. Unless she has dead hard, but I'm waiting for it. She might have DS. I'm going to look this way just in case of a flashlight. She has DS. If she runs to the god pal, I need to leave her. She didn't. This isn't safe from this angle. Not unsafe. It's safe over here, or if she pre-drops, but she couldn't. See, that's the big skill cap of killer. It really is. Like, knowing when something's safe or unsafe. Like, 99% of the time, it's... Oh, wow, we've almost done this gen. This is my free gen. Hey. Break. It's more fun to analyze your games than being upset by a bad game. Yeah, I mean, if you look at any of my bad takes, you know the whole, I don't know if you guys know, but there's a narrative that I have really bad takes, etc., right? But whenever I talk to anyone about my bad takes, they either get really emotional and then start just attacking me, or they just agree that my takes are actually not bad and they're actually good takes. It's very strange. It's because my takes are just based on analyzing the game objectively as possible. It's not based on my emotion. So yeah, I am very analytical, and my takes are just based on the analysis of the game. That's it. Bum 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 bum. I'm saying that because yesterday I humored someone again. I was like, they were like, oh, True gets hate, but he shouldn't get hate. He just has bad takes or whatever. I was like, what are my bad takes? Just give me one example. And then that person I was talking to, eventually were like, yeah, they're not bad takes. You just talk to people who are insulting or people you shouldn't talk to. I agree with that. That's something I need to work on. I do talk with the wrong people, and I lower myself to their level and start a fucking insulting match, which is fucking stupid. I do agree with that. That's something I 100% agree with. But yeah, I'm always up for, you know, talking about how my takes are good or bad and, you know, what you think is good or bad in them. But I swear to God, I shit you not. If they don't just result to insulting, they'll usually be like, okay, fair enough, your takes aren't bad, because they're not. Like, if you actually listen to what I say, it's literally just because I want what's best for this game. Everything you project onto me isn't what I'm saying, you know? I don't want the game to be really easy for Killer because I'm struggling with Killer. It's like, do you watch the stream? I don't struggle with Killer. I know how to play Killer. I just know that the game can push to another level where it's, you know, it's at that next level where it's a much more interesting, a much more skillful game. But yeah, I'm very analytical. But I think it's one of the reasons why we got known on Twitch, honestly. Because every game I've played, I've always analyzed it. You know, I've always dissected it. And I think that helps you guys a lot, right? Where I might see things that you don't see. And sometimes you see things that I don't see as well. And then we kind of learn together quite fast using my analysis. And obviously some of you guys will be very analytical too, right? Because it'll be how our minds work. I think that's why we get so good at whatever game we play as a community. Because we analyze, we look at our mistakes, we rectify them, we work out what's the best course of action to stuff, etc, etc. Could say we adapt, yeah. Damn, I looked away. I thought she went that way for some reason. Should go this way? Don't really matter. I only go for the 3k. But there you go. There's the free gen still. We've created dead zones around the free gen. This one was a bit more of an interesting match in my opinion. Because a lot of the loops I could actually get them at. Because the angle they went into the loop at. Right? The position I was at, the angle they went into, it didn't allow them to get the pre-drop down, which obviously creates a lot of safeness in loops. So we actually could play the game closer to my vision. Still not completely there, because I still needed to get a free gen and stay in one area and create a dead zone, but it was definitely closer, where we could actually go for chases and, you know, go for them. So it was a bit more interesting, this one. But you can see, right, the free gen is still there. Boom, 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 dead zone. Which color would I love to see join the DVD community? Slenderman. Already said a whole idea for it. Senor, if I didn't say it for the 23 months, appreciate it, man. I think I did, but I just saw someone say something. Yeah, I think I did, actually. Do you mean the whole line? You know, you get the cap more time. Look, it's because I was just saying it so much. Like, I've probably said it like 10,000, 100,000 times or something. Like, I don't even know how many times I've said it. I think you should master Nemesis. It becomes an option select. You seem to be very good at that. He becomes an option select. You can option select certain things. It depends on the distancing again and the angling. Very, very smart survivors will always have the advantage because they'll get to loops in their advantage, not yours. They'll angle them and they'll time them to get there at a certain time where you physically can't stop what they want to do. And then at the very, very end, if you want to talk about the top, they just rush gens. Like strong 4-man Swift, boom, they just rush gens. The gens just fly and they don't really feel like you can really do much about it. Usually if I'm guessing it's like a top Swift, I'll just try and aim for a draw. Because the game's over so quick, it's very, very unlikely. You're going to do too well with someone like Wraith, for example. Anti-loop killers, you'll be able to do a bit more. But yeah, Wraith, I don't know. No, it's not bad. It's just the gen issue. Well, I saw someone here, I guess not. Option select sounds like in Street Fighter. Yep. It's technically not really an option select. I called it that because it's the same idea, but an option select's a lot more sophisticated. An option select is inputting 2 inputs and getting one outcome, which is interchangeable by what happens. So it's like, I'm going to put an input here, and if a survivor goes to the left, this happens, but if a survivor goes to the right, this happens, right? So there's no real option select on DBD. It's a much more sophisticated mechanic. But it gets the idea across. So I probably can't get this girl. She's going to re-drop this god pallet, which obviously going to make me have to break it, because I physically can't get her. And then she's going to get to a potential god loop, which I won't be able to get either there. Okay, she didn't go to a god loop. Quite a safe pallet. She didn't pre-drop it, so there's actually a chance. Yeah, well, definitely. Never enough. Would have been able to if I just waited. But yeah, that god pallet, obviously you can't get that. That's just a waste of time. If she pre-dropped that pallet, it would have been stronger. I would have probably need to break it. Then she would this god pallet. She could put that down. This loop at this side is obviously way stronger than the other side. Luckily, I went at the short side, which allowed me to actually get the hit, etc., etc. What's your all-time favorite fighter? Street Fighter 4 is still my best one. We'll have to see with